Well, greetings. And yeah, I'm in a different location at this time. Better air quality, you can say. See, I went to the Disney parks today. Probably shouldn't have, but I did it anyway. And yeah, there's a lot of Archon manipulation there, that's for sure. I just go to their channel. I don't ride any of that crap. I don't ride any of their rides. I can care less. You can go spend 8 hours or a 5-minute ride, go for it. Or a 2-minute ride, I'm sorry. Yeah, the food there is not very good. I'm not sure what the point of that place is. But either way, yeah, it's a land of manipulation, that's for sure. It's MK Ultra world, basically. So, and I have to go into that. That'll be uploaded throughout sometime, a couple of weeks. Yeah, for today's broadcast, it's probably be a short one. I forgot the title. Stuck in the timeline of the past. Most of society is like that at this time, not connecting to themselves, not making life very interesting. Well, it's basically connected to the physical reality, which is nothing wrong with that. Problem is there's not much soul development there, you can say. Well, as for we can do better, basically. Let's put it that way. The main title or the subject matter of the channelings was materialism. We're all about the things that we own or the stuff owned to us, basically. And eventually that will change. Of course, society has to want it to change. And that's a little bit easier said than done, as you can see. Especially the holidays coming up. And it's so funny how, a holiday comes up and all of a sudden we have to go buy. Yeah, it's like operation. It's like the trigger. I gotta go buy something. I gotta go something. It's like a robot society, basically. More power. So yeah, when you tell them about extraterrestrials and connect more to yourself, you might as well just talk to a wall while you're at it. For alien connections, yes, it will get stronger for those that are wishing it for it to be stronger, those that are ready. And I believe a lot of people actually are ready. They're just afraid deeply inside. It's layers and layers of fear throughout, you can see even many lifetimes. All right, before we go into all of that, for those that are new to all of this, ZionTorah.com, we have private sessions throughout the week. Most of this week, I think, is open. Tuesday, it's kind of closed down a little bit. The internet's not too good here. We have the shop here. Now, if I wasn't, where I usually do the videos, the air quality isn't the best, and usually it's like 80 to 90 degrees. So I would actually be quicker with the questions. But I'm around 7 days for delivery to give you an idea on how that works. We also have Spirit Social, same situation here, 7-day delivery, and I also have other channelers I do recommend. Also have the social network, and we have Jake the Rabbit that we'll go to down the road. Thank you for your support. This is all strange for those that are in the material world. As we advance our abilities, basically, we're transition from third dimension to fourth dimension. It all depends. It's all in your belief system, basically. You can still have material possessions. I believe more will, you'll keep what you need and get rid of everything else, basically. Find out that a lot of your material possessions are actually manipulations to keep you at this level. But is it a manipulation? It's what you need for that. It's not always a manipulation, but it's what you need. It's your tools for school. It's like that. It's like if this is what you feel like you need for school, even if you're a hoarder or whatever it might be, it's what you need. And, as you go into spiritual development, a lot of these items will be released when you are ready to release them. Basically just an energy. So is it bad to be materialistic? Not really. Just realize you can do much more with yourself. Let's put it that way. So it's wherever you want to be. There's no real wrong, like being wherever you are. It doesn't matter. It's just that for many of us that are here, sent here to assist, would much rather more people become aware of this so we can get out of here as soon as we can. But that's not going to happen, apparently. Some of us are stuck here for a while, at least. There are some of us who have never been sent here in the beginning. So, yeah, the reason I do daily videos is because I want I want to change things. You want to stay in this reality. Obviously, that many that criticize that but don't do anything seem to like the reality that they're living, and more power to you. Some of us want change. Doesn't mean you have to do a video a day, but change is good. It's just this 3D environment can only last so long. It's very unfulfilling for a lot of people here, I imagine, that are awakened to the alien presence. Let's put it that way. This reality has doesn't give, it takes, but doesn't really give a whole lot back. So many of the souls here are connected to the past. Souls are reincarnated here hundreds of times, but we're born with this earth, are sometimes the most vicious beings too. And viciousness has calmed down, but it's now gone into, understand I'm channeling, materialism. Of the past, loneliness, loss of love, whatever it is, now materialism is kind of, or food for that matter, is filling that up too. Whatever it might be is filling in a longing for fulfillment. A lot of it has to do with past lives, though. And once again, I believe it's mostly for the majority here that aren't aware of any of this. It's like they've packaged themselves. It's just, when you have all this conflict, we have all this power, and then you abuse it. Not everybody did, but enough of them did. I believe most of the Atlanteans that went dark were the ones that were born with this earth. So, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it. And then everyone else kind of followed that. So it's like, so alien beings that were incarnating into Earth were assisting humans that were being born with this earth, born with this superpower, born, with, all this DNA, and just like, wow, we're really something else, but we can't handle it. So let's go blow us up, whatever. It was pretty peaceful for a long time. And then it got challenged, and then everything fell apart. And now we're here again, that we're involved with the positive and the negative, whatever it was. We're here again basically to heal timeline growth, basically. So you could say also the Arcturian or the spirit guide energies are here too, but it's timelines of real depression, basically, within all of us, even us that are here assisting, have something there. But those that aren't, and this is mostly for those that don't believe in any of this. They're just kind of like, you guys are all crazy, yada, yada. There's a reason for that, why they're saying that. Everybody has a different reason. They all have their own excuses. Everyone is an individual, not to say they're bad, no, but it's like there's a reason for it. And it's on an individual basis, and connecting to that timeline. What am I calling this? Stuck in the timeline of the past. You said they're not giving me a word for it. I don't know if they ever thought about giving me a definition for it, but it's basically. All right, I'll have to bring somebody in to give me a little bit more detail. They're not really saying anything. All right, much love, blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. Yes, we are Arcturians. Blessings. Oh, yes, for your past life. Well, look at your past lives as music. Look at it as like strings on a guitar, strings on a musical instrument. Look at timelines like that. And then if there's a string not working too well, there's a blockage there. And so it does need repair. So the strings that are connected to you, some other strings are all balled up. They've been balling up for a very long time, at least spiritually. As you can see, many aren't understanding a lot of these details that you are bringing up to them. It's because over time they have shut down that side, their spiritual self. So you want a definition of what to heal is basically their spiritual timeline. Go into your spiritual timeline. You will feel, you will see, will even feel blockages all through it. A spiritual timeline is what you're looking for. And yes, you'll feel forests. You might even see wizards. Most of you will see Atlantis. And what turned that person off? You might see Arcturians. You might see Anunnaki beings. Because some of your humans here are still the ones that were turned off by Anunnakis. Even added a reptilian brain to them. There's different reasons of why that occurred. Obviously, all of you have it now, but that wasn't always the case in your past. Actually, a good portion of you had the reptilian brain. A lot of you wanted nothing to do with it. And that was more of you alien star seeds that wanted nothing to do with it. Others had no choice, and they became more controlled. But also, this was the new body, the new form. So it wasn't a negative. It still isn't really. It's just more complicated in some way. It can be directed differently. But it's very challenging, as you can see. But the spiritual timeline is what you can connect to for those that want to release these blockages. And where it got all muffled and why today they have difficulties growing spiritually, trusting themselves. A lot of them did shut themselves down in the past. It is not just an Anunnaki being. A lot of them just wanted to experience the third dimensional life and force themselves to break down, force themselves into darkness, whatever it is that they chose to break that side of themselves. Because it became lonely for a lot of them, because they can see spirits and nobody else could. And they wanted to be loved and part of society. So they let themselves go. So, yes, it's different for everyone. The spiritual timeline is, yes, not to say you'll connect to all details of it because it's very long. Most of those humans here on this planet have, yes, a great amount of lifetimes. And they are stuck in a mold they're not willing to release. They're so used to this world. You're bringing them a new world. And they find it fascinating, but only at a distance. Yes, if it's fictionalized, because they used to be galactic people. They used to be they have incarnations on other worlds, but it doesn't normally fit. Some of them do, it worked for them. And now they are more awakened in this reality. Those that incarnated here. But others, most, they've incarnated on other worlds. A lot of them became canines, enjoyed that, reincarnated back here, went back to their old ways. So, and they brought some of that vibrations. Now they have a lot of dogs around them. And same thing with the cats. Now they have a lot of cats. But they still don't know, they forgot that other side of themselves. So, yes, there's a journey among all of you. Some of you have connected to Merlin a great deal and kept that vibration, that excitement, and want to rediscover it again. Many of you, yes, have connected to the genies of the past, and yes, they do exist. They were not all called jinn. They're actually genie type of beings that did appear and did bring wishes, not always for the best situations, but it's different situations. It's a soul growth, as you are aware. So you are here to discover yourselves, what out of this 3D environment to, yes, going for new clothing, basically. So all this, basically what we're getting at here is that you're going to understand more of the human here that is not aware of your point of view. And you're going to have a more understanding of them because you're going here to assist them. You're going to be starting to talk to them. As yes, they'll be afraid of you at first, put a blockage there. Well, yes, because it's not part of their collective thinking. But over time, curiosity will have an open mind. As long as you're not charging into their reality and forcing them to believe your belief systems, you believe you will be able to work this out. So yes, it's different for everyone. As for the soul growth, but realize many of you can turn individuals off that aren't aware of this. It's because some are making it very flashy and we can do this and we're here to help, and some can be a little bit out there or not even care for the human that is not aware of all this. And some beings on your world do feel like they are superior to others. Unfortunately, don't wish to help anyone. And some of them, yes, are called the masters of the universe. They want all the knowledge for themselves and their collective. And the rest of the people that don't believe in any of this, who cares about any of them? You'd be surprised the mindset that's out there. So you're here to, yes, open. As you wish to assist others, you will learn more about others too. Meaning the human that is disconnected from the spiritual self, basically. You will see it differently, case by case. Yes, not everyone is the same as some of you might notice. There is a big difference here among your people. So you will find yourselves looking at the world much differently. You are about to, little by little, you're going to piece this together. So this is a preview. As much far we need to go into this, we will work on this. And the Zetas do help repair timelines. Arcturians help repair timelines. All beings help repair. Palladians are there for the psychological energies. Basically, you are in a loving environment. And many of you would love to be back there, but you are bringing that vibration in. And some of you have soul contracts here, yes, to connect to the lower energies, but you're there to heal that vibration. And it's not easy, as many of you are aware. Yes, it's not an easy world. It's not, yes, they say it is reptilians and or Anunnaki calls it, and your archons, but a lot of it has to do with your human collective. As they are when they got one test, they wanted more, and then more, and they just kept piling on themselves. And now you have what you have in this reality, a conflict of interest, you can say, a maze. They have so disconnected themselves, and the Martians have done that too to themselves, but not to this degree. Of course, the Martians do not help. Some are helping now, yes, but the idea is they pull themselves away from spirit so much that yes, they're almost. This world is almost like a lower astral world. It is not quite fully there, but it's more connected to many planets, as you can see. With the conflict here, and it's a new journey. It is like it's sinking further into the ocean. It's going further into the ocean dwellings, you can say, than anyone has really gone before. So yes, many have, but this one is taking a dive, but it's not knowing how to come out. And you are all diving in to assist. And it's not going the easiest, as you can see. But you will be remembered in the future, of course. You put yourselves out there. And yes, many channelers will blossom over time when you are ready. Many are afraid. Well, in some ways, we're basically going to connect to the galactic agents alliances where even the channeler become a little bit afraid because this becomes too real. Because the being is just more, it's a very strong presence. And it's like, I don't even think I am even me anymore. I'm somebody else. Some are experiencing this, but it has not hit its full strength, though. Blessings to you. All right. Okay, we'll keep this one kind of short for tonight. All right, much love, everyone. Take care.